Is the harshness of a skate park maybe just a little bit too much for the Mad Van to handle? Well, we're going to dive into working on this Mad Van and see if it's the harshness, see if it's the roughness, the concrete, or is it really the Mad Van just can't handle it? So we're going to jump into working on the Mad Van. We took it over to the skate park. We ripped it up with my son's Arrma Big Rock. The Big Rock was a champ, man. That thing seems to be just skate park, dirt, jumps, everything. Big Rock definitely seems to be Arrma's 3S line of elite vehicles. I'll say elite. I just mean that it seems to handle the abuse that I've been able to throw at it. And then if you saw, my son threw at it. So we're going to dive into the Mad Van. We're going to see if there's any other issues. And I'm going to, once again, use the brand new parts Mad Van as a way to go ahead and fix the old Mad Van. I know it doesn't make sense, but technically, the old Mad Van, it's older. Like, I mean, that's my first Mad Van. And I'm now throwing parts at it from the new Mad Van. Yeah, so anyway, this is RC Guy Garage, and let's just dive into a quick repair of the Mad Van. Take it out to the backyard track just to make sure it's all set. Make sure things don't snap off. It's about a 50-degree 40-something-ish feels like temperature today. We're going to take it out to the backyard track. We're going to rip it up a little bit and see if it handles the backyard track, and then maybe shoot it over to the skate park again. We need to have some Mad Van redemption, or is the Mad Van truly not skate parkable? All right, so what we're looking at is the Mad Van had a fairly good accident. It tore out or broke the upper link, keep calling it link, the upper control arm, the lower control arm, and it also tore out the shock. Now, I don't have all the parts. I think my son did give me the screw that he found, but I'm just going to use another screw out of my pack here. This screw right here is what happens sometimes when things tear out and or bend. So, yeah, so we're just going to hopefully use the parts off of this Mad Van to fix the other Mad Van. It's pretty sad, man. I'm going to go after the same side because I can't remember if the Mad Van is flippable. Flippable meaning like if you can use the parts one side to the other. I think you might be able to. So we're going to just slide this out of the way. Oh, Mad Van pieces everywhere. So I'm going to use all the pieces from this Mad Van with the exception of the shock because there's obviously nothing wrong with the shock that's on this one. Yeah, it's got fluid in it. I had to check for a second. Alright, I should make this quick. It's a very quick, easy, dirty repair. So I know I'm going to need this screw, which, boy, it's close. Yeah, it almost looks like it's the same exact screw. It's slightly longer, a couple threads longer. This is out of an Arrma. Take off this little back bumper skid plate thing. A couple screws. And that will allow me to get to the pins. Got this metal brace here. Everything on the Mad Van is small, so I shouldn't really be surprised in any way that, you know, stuff broke. It looks like the hub is actually okay, but just to make things easier, I just want to transplant the arms, upper, lower, hub, and I'll obviously take off my little widening adapter that's on there. That's that little disc brake looking thing. So I just kind of want to keep things, like I said, together. So just pop this little pin here. Looks like I got to go after these two screws. I got to take this cover off. So I think what happens is this cover will allow me access to take this front. Looks like this is like a front brace or little pin retainer. A little bit more involved than I thought here. Alright, so I think this will come off. Just gives you just barely enough room. This can come forward. I need a screwdriver to get in there and pry that out. Looks like that's all the screws. There we go. Alright, so we're going after this side over here. So, almost looks like that pin is retained. It's got a little groove in it. So pop that one out. Pop this out. Pull this out as a whole assembly. So we'll do the same thing with this one. Take off this top brace. You gotta keep these screws together. Mix the screws even though it doesn't matter, but 2 long ones down through the differential. 2 more right here. And then pop this little cover. So then we can get to this. And then be able to pop this out. Boy, that's really holding on. So, no shims. So nothing like that. So now, I should be able to just take this whole assembly, make sure I've got the right one, and I don't. Took off the wrong one. So I did take off the wrong one, you idiot. Don't mind. There we go. The whole assembly. Yeah, that's better. Alright, now we'll flip this one upside down. We'll lose the motor. Shouldn't have flipped it upside down. Oh, look at the grit in there. Whoa. Looks like I'm going to be cleaning this out. Holy grit. Oh man, that's a lot of grit in there. I have to remove or take out the differential. I realized how much grit was in there. Crap. Alright, so this turned out to be a little bit more involved than I was expecting, so. And that bar right there is in the way. A little bit more, a little bit more involved than I really wanted, to be honest with you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I gotta take off this whole thing. Because I need to get the center diff out in order to get a good look at the inside. Oh, look at that. That grease is mint. See, I'm telling you, man, you do the grease like that and it's perfect. Look at that. Look at that diff. That thing is beautiful. So I'm just going to pop this out of the way. Just because I want to get the sand. Whoops. I want to get the sand that's in there. Yeah, that's done. That's done absolutely great. Lots of sand in there. So I'm saying, look at all that sand in there. That's a lot. And this would have been a good candidate for some spray. You know that? There is a lot of junk in there. So what I think I'm going to do, gear looks fine. Grease is doing exactly what it should. Keeping all that junk out of there. It's doing a good job, man. Look at that. Trying to see what the pieces are. Got a little piece of something in there. Oh, what is that? A screw? I don't know what that is. Something in there. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Get that out of there. This is more work than I wanted to do. I'll be right back. I gotta spray this down with some carb cleaner or brake clean. So what I really need to do is need to pop these screws right here so I can take off that whole arm. Oh, got all the dirt caked in there. It's like a pocket of dirt. Look at this. It's a little pocket for the dirt to get stuck in there. Pop this off. Let's pull this whole thing off. Alright. Right back. I'm just going to go ahead and clean this up. A little bit cleaner. This Mad Van is kind of a little bit of a bear to clean, man. I'll tell you that. This side back on. Alright, so I need this assembly for this side. And I grabbed the wrong one again. That was close. Brace piece. I just feel like I'm suspecting this Mad Van is not skate, like I said, not skate parkable. The more I'm looking at this thing, the more I'm realizing that the harshness of the environment of a skate park might be really too much for this Mad Van to handle. The more I look at it, it's really, skate park is very rough. So maybe it's only backyard track. Doable. Oh, that sounded crunchy. Just gotta leave it. Alright. Shock is on the tower still. So we need to put in the differential. Slap in the pinion and spur along with the drive shaft. Can't forget the drive shaft. This one. And this is just still just running the plastic drive shaft, obviously. And it seems to be holding up. I know eventually it will take a dump, but until then, we're good. Go ahead and carefully flip this back over. Got 2 screws in the back there. And then hold that together. And these were long screws, I think. Well, they're not going in like they were long screws. Had 2 long screws here. They might have been short screws. The way that went in, man, you'd think you'd want it to be long screws. I'm gonna give it a shot. Maybe it is long screws. We'll see. Nope. You're definitely short. You could see that it bottomed out real quick. There we go. Now, the upper little brace thing, which is this piece right here. So this one has a pin, and this one has a pin. So I need to do is swap the pin out of here and stick it in here, because this is going to need the pin. And I'm going to line up the dog bones. Okay, that's good for that. Take that out, swedge it in there. There we go. So, are those long screws? How many long screws do I got here? 1, 2. We're gonna find out. I think those were long. Can't remember. Nope, they weren't. What the heck? Wait a minute. Seemed like it wanted to grab real quick. Okay, that's a long screw. So that's right. Maybe the other one was a long screw. Guess that would make sense, because once I put in these 2, yeah, that's not it. I just stripped out the Mad Van, didn't I? Yes, I did. I didn't even see on the back side. Why didn't you tell me? I just stripped out the tower, didn't I? Oh, it's all good. It's all plastic. Oh my god. Can't believe I just did that. Good thing the plastic moves out of the way. Oh my god. Holy smokes. Looking at all the screws I've got. Really fouling up here. Alright, there we go. That's all set. Now I've got to put on the cover, the top cover. So I'm going to put the motor back in place. And this gets clocked like that. And then need this piece. That piece goes over like that. 2 long screws right there. Am I missing something? Because this cover, no. So 2 long screws. And then these ones were short. As well is, I believe, these two. Yep. It's looking more like it. All right. So now I got to attach the shock, which was this screw right here. And this is partially where this Mad Van is weak, just like some of the Arrmas, is obviously the way things are connected, you know. These shocks aren't captured in any way. It's literally just captured by a screw. Granted, it is pretty long screw, like that. And I think that's it. Yeah. All right, so it looks like I believe the Mad Van is ready to go back in service here, except for the fact I do need to switch out this wheel. So we'll get this one. Because we want this little disc. Boy, that other Mad Van is just becoming a total parts rig. Almost comes down to the point of, does it make sense to buy new parts for that? Or do I literally just keep it as a parts vehicle? And look at that. Using the longer screw, because this is the longer hex. It's a spacer. So I think the Mad Van's all set now. Except for the fact that I didn't put this on, did I? Okay. So this needs to go with that little fake wheelie bar deal. And that's where those, I have longer screws for that, right? Yeah, I think that would make sense. Okay. Just want to make sure real quick. I'm going to drive it in. Make sure this is right. And looks like it's right. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Go for the top one here. Fresh smell of bright clean. If I go for the top one. Now we can go for the bottom one. Alright. Mad Van's ready to go. Alright, so I it's fixed. I mean, it was a little bit of a mess up, but just because taking two Mad Vans apart, getting confused which screws go where, and having different piles and trying to keep things separate, and it just doesn't always work, man. So right now, I'm going to take the Mad Van out to the backyard track, and we're going to see, will it survive at least a backyard track rip? It should. This thing is my older brushless Mad Van, so there is the possibility that some of that damage that happened at the skate park, it is possible that that was pre-existing and I just didn't know. Because this Mad Van has been really thoroughly thrashed. So let's just take this thing out and see what it can do. So the day can't seem to decide what it wants to do. It seems to like rain every 5 seconds here. It's raining right now. We're going to take the Mad Van out anyway. Mad Van's not afraid of any rain. Neither am I. Alright. It's funny, the on-off switch isn't the on-off switch. Oops. That's already a fail. It's been a while since I've driven the Mad Van here. Might have to get used to how this thing drives. Yeah, I guess I do. Send it off the real jump. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That link better had popped and not broken. Alright, the link popped and disappeared. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm hoping that link popped. But, question is, where? Oh man. The link popped off and I don't know where it went. Oh crap! Ah, there it is. So is it broken? Yeah, it's broken. Mad Van's ticking me off. Alright, so the Mad Van is basically done, man. I'm having a difficult time here. There is something that I'm starting to think of, though, concerning these links. This one broken? Yeah, this one's broken. These links are all breaking. All the plastics on this vehicle seem to be getting... It's going to sound weird to say this. All the plastics on this thing seem to be getting very brittle. I'm going to say, when I first got this Mad Van, the Mad Van seemed to be ultra resilient. I mean, if you've seen the videos that I've done on this thing, the thing took an absolute thrashing. I almost feel as though over time, these plastics, I'm not going to say they're fractured because that was ridiculous. This is a link off of, these are two links off a brand new Mad Van. So it might have been the other link that broke last time, and then this one broke. And I'm not going to say it was fractured. I'm going to say that there is the possibility that the plastics over time are just getting that much more brittle. That's what I'm feeling. I mean, I could be wrong, but that means, so what do? Are you supposed to spray down your, RC with Simple Green or WD-40 to keep these plastic pieces flexible? And then if you do that, what is it going to do with some of the other plastic parts that might not really like the WD-40 or the Simple Green? Simple Green, I think, seems to be a little bit harsher. WD-40 definitely seems to be the way to go. But this is breaking too many things. This is... Too much stuff seems to be breaking. Granted, the hub piece breaking, I'm going to say that that was probably deserved. That arm breaking, though, that's an unknown because it's not like I put all these pieces under a microscope. But these links breaking that fast, I'm not buying it, man. But I am buying it because I'm going to buy the parts to fix it. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage, and it looks like I've got to add to the Mad Van parts list. And then there's that thing where, are you better off just literally buying a complete another Mad Van? With these lesser expensive RCs, you just, man, You walk that balance, or you're on that fence, you don't know which side of the fence you're going to fall off. Are you going to fall off the side of trying to get upgrades for this thing? Because I don't think the links are upgradable. I've never looked. But, yeah, I don't think that should have broken. That link. Come on, man. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage, and I'm out there trying to rip something today, seeing that today is kind of a wash concerning regular work. So, yeah, I'm out ripping it up. What are you doing? Actually, I'm not out ripping it up. I'm out breaking stuff. What are you doing?